All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to DTL Primetime Live. I'm in for the coach tonight. I, of course, am your host this evening, Jonathan Zaslow. Good to have you aboard here. Of course, DTL Primetime Live coming at you before Sunday Night Football this evening. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers fighting to stay in first place in the NFC South. They take on the Dallas Cowboys from Arlington. The Cowboys are done. They're looking to play spoiler. And speaking of spoiler, we got 4 games that are still going on right now in our late window this Sunday, Week 16 NFL action. Miami Dolphins right now, 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. They lead San Francisco 19-17. The Niners just scored to make it a one-possession game. The Vikings hanging on to a 27-24 lead at Seattle. They are late in the fourth quarter of that one. The Seahawks have the football 3rd and long around midfield. The Bills, after getting down 14-0 to New England, they have stormed all the way back. They lead the Patriots 24-14, middle of the fourth quarter there. Buffalo is backed up in deep in their own territory. And the Jacksonville Jaguars have a 14-13 lead at the Raiders. Oh, my God, make me watch that game. Early in the fourth quarter of that one, the Raiders have 1st and goal, looking to take the lead. So, we all got action on all these games going on. We'll make sure we keep you up to speed, up to pace on these 4 games, as all of them are tight games coming down to the wire. And, of course, you get your week started with us here. DTL Daily Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And, of course, DTL the podcast, Monday through Friday, which releases around 2 p.m. Eastern Time as well. All right, let's get to it here. Big Sunday Night Football action tonight. Let's bring aboard our pal AB. Come on now. Oh, look, we got everybody. Look at all those faces right there, those beautiful punums. Let's talk to AB first. How are you this evening, AB? We got a great Sunday Night Football game. It's got consequence. The Cowboys, they don't have anything to play for other than spoiler, but the Buccaneers still a lot to play for. How has this Sunday of Week 16 treated you thus far?
Zaz, man, it's been fantastic. And I'll tell you this, first off, shout out Robert. That is amazing, amazing right there. Super chat, thank you very much. And what's only slightly less than that is seeing my man Seabass in the Christmas sweater. Well done, my boy, looking sharp there.
Oh, there you go. Is that an ugly sweater? Does that classify Chris as an ugly sweater? What do we got there?
I think it does. I wore this for brunch. I'm actually still at work, but yeah, we got a little cow, and then there, that's a bell. I'm playing with a bell, guys. I'm playing with a bell. So I've been walking around jing-a-linging all day long in the restaurant. It's been, good day. I didn't get to catch much football, but what I did get on was Charles's 5-pack, those Saturday or Sunday plays today, 2-0 for me. Loving that so far. So thanks, Charles.
Very good. Love when you guys participate. You guys, part of the crew, participate in the chat. We love that, of course. Our pal, of course, is Tommy Carlucci. Oh, the Giants, they're terrible, Tommy. You doing all right? They lost to a rookie quarterback. First ever start today.
Speaking of ugly, that was another ugly loss by my New York Giants. And if this doesn't get Dable and Shane fired, I don't know what will, folks.
Rafael Esparza, of course, is our pal here this Sunday night. How are you doing, Rafael?
I'm doing well. It's a bunch of mediocre games. I enjoyed watching the rookie quarterback go. I liked watching the rookie quarterback in Washington. But everyone's giving so much praise. That game would have been totally different if Hurts didn't get hurt. I don't think he would have had that big of a game if Hurts was in there. But hats off to him. Hats off to Washington. What a great comeback win.
So, of course, guys, this is your crew here on a Sunday night. We got a lot of picks for you, and we're going to all make that money, get a bunch of green check marks here together. Let's take a look at Sunday night here and see what we have on tap. The Buccaneers, like I said, they sit atop the NFC South, 8-6. They still have a home game and a division title to play for here. The Cowboys are going to look to play spoiler. Buccaneers giving 4 points. Cowboys money line is plus 170. The total is 47.5. AB, I'll come to you first here. The Falcons, of course, with Michael Penix Jr. getting the win in his first ever start against the Giants. That keeps a ton of pressure on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers here tonight because the Falcons, they do own the head-to-head tiebreak.
It damn sure does. And what a game by Penix, man. I mean, that kid, for your first start ever in the league, dude, great job right there, man. Looking at this game here, biggest thing to remember is that this is the NFL, and it's tough winning on the road. It's tough winning, right? So if you're Tampa, what you want to do is be you. Be yourself, all right? Stay balanced. Don't get out of hand, okay? Because that's what Dallas wants to do. They want to muddy it in spots, all right? And then they want to force you to play either at a slower tempo or a faster tempo than you want to. Run the football. Use Baker when you need to. That's really what I'm looking at here. I don't know what to do with this total. I mean, you guys, throw what you feel, but I have no idea what to do with 47.5.
Rafael, it's 6-8. The Dallas Cowboys, they're officially eliminated from playoff contention. But do you feel like these final two games, is there still something to play for as far as the coach goes? Mike McCarthy, is he coaching for his job these final two games, do you believe?
No, I think he's already in. I think they're already going to re-sign him. He ain't going anywhere. Cooper Rush is still playing for maybe a backup role for next year. And I like the way the Cowboys defense has played, but this is all up for me about Baker and that offense. I mean, they're running the ball. He's got weapons all over the field. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game just because of what Baker and Tampa Bay have been doing. If they can run the ball against Dallas, I think we see a high-scoring game.
Tommy, could you have seen us get to a point, a Cowboy team that the previous 3 seasons won 12 games each of those seasons? We know they choke in the playoffs, but they're usually a good regular season team. Could you have figured that with 3 games to play in the season, the Cowboys were going to be done already?
Well, a big deal is that they don't have their starter, Dak Prescott, and I just don't believe in Cooper Rush at all. That's why I think the Buccaneers are going to play a little conservative tonight. They want to run the ball, and I think they will get a big win out of D tonight because they need it in order to stay up there with the Atlanta Falcons.
And finally here, CB, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers looking to win this division again. Bad division, the NFC South. Most people like myself had Atlanta. I had Atlanta running away with this division. How surprised are you that Tampa Bay is firmly in the driver's seat?
I'm really surprised Tampa Bay is here, even despite injuries to the wide receiver. Baker Mayfield is having a great year. And to Tommy's point, you were talking about play conservative. I think they really want this division title. I think it will do wonders for their team. It builds that momentum as they get into the playoffs. I don't know that Baker Mayfield knows how to play conservative. So with Rafael on that, I think we get to see a lot of points tonight as well.
I'll give you an update here, guys. The Raiders did score to take the lead over Jacksonville. They did not convert the 2-point conversion, so the Raiders lead the Jaguars 19-14. And as far as the Dolphins and Niners, which, of course, I'm paying close attention to here in Miami, the Niners had the ball on their own 35 with a third down. Miami leading 19-17 midway through the fourth quarter in that one. Guys, everybody's waiting. I can hear the crew wants to know. Let's get to our picks tonight. Throw it up there on the screen, Mr. Producer Man. Here's what we got. CB, we're going to start with you. Tell us what you like.
I'm going to do a little bit of a 6-point teaser here. We're going to take Dallas plus the points at home. Yes, they're not good, but they haven't really gotten blown out of too many games. And then we're going to take the over. We'll tease that down a little bit. I think Dallas plays from behind, but Tampa Bay, they put up some points. Dallas hasn't really had much problem scoring, so I like the teaser here.
Tommy, what do you like this evening?
I like the Bucs and the Cowboys and the under 47.5 minus 110. I think they're going to play conservative tonight. I think the best way to keep Micah Parsons away from Baker Mayfield is you run the ball. And the Cowboys are 29th against the rush. So it's run for me tonight and the under.
And finally here, Rafael, what do you like? You like the Cowboys this evening?
Yeah, I like the Cowboys team total over 20.5. I mean, you figure they're going to have to score points because I think Baker is going to have to score. So they've hit this number 3 out of 4 games. In their last 5 games Dallas has played, 4 of them have gone over the total. In their last 15 home games, 10 of them have gone over. So I think we're going to see some point scoring. I just think the Cowboys need to go toe-to-toe with Tampa's offense tonight.
Now, AB, some people may look at that and say, yo, AB, where are your picks? But you're going to be the prop king tonight, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, we're all props tonight and even have a little 2-leg same game parlay that we're going to play. So, yeah, absolutely, man. We got picks.
And I'll also ask you here, AB, and we're going to get to the moment everyone's been waiting for. I'll tell you, I was outside earlier. I was getting coffee, and I heard people whispering as they saw me pass by. I go, yo, Zaslow, how early in the show are we going to get the no-fly zone? We got to get no-fly zone. I said, calm down. Just tune into DTL Primetime Live tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll get to it in a moment here. But before we get to the no-fly zone, AB, I will ask you, tonight's game, of course, is in Dallas. The Cowboys, lousy home team. Does that play a role as far as what we're looking at tonight? Cowboys defense, they've stunk at home. I know Tommy thinks we're going to be running the football a ton here this evening. So the Cowboys being at home, how much should that factor in to all of us and what we want to play tonight?
It does factor in, even though it's the strangest thing on the planet. Like, why would playing at home be a thing that's terrible? But apparently that it is. But I'll say this, man. I think that they have a better game than we think. This is going to be a really fun game. So, yeah, it played in. But I think Dallas and Cooper Rush specifically are kind of figuring out exactly who they are and what their path to success is.
All right. Excellent job, guys. So there you go. If you're just tuning in now, where have you been? The first 15 minutes of the show. But we'll circle back later on in DTL Primetime Live tonight and get you any picks that you may have missed. But now is the moment that you've been waiting for. You don't get this on any other show. It's especially unique to DTL Primetime Live. Nobody else does it like AB. Let's get to tonight's no-fly zone.
Speaking of the no-fly zone, I believe we just hit Geno Smith for 2 picks. So shout out to Japan on the plus 400 right there. Let's go. All right, let's understand these teams that we have playing tonight. Take a look at the whiteboard here. All right, points per game. Bucs, 4th in the NFL. Cowboys, 20th in the NFL. Points per game allowed. Now, the Bucs will give some up. The Cowboys will definitely give some up. All right, 3rd worst in the league. But look at time of possession for the Bucs. All right. 31 minutes, 17 seconds. That's 7th best in the league. Cowboys, 25th in the league, but it is what it is. Now, here's the problem for Dallas. The Bucs have the 3rd best passing offense in the NFL. They've got the 4th best rushing offense in the NFL. What are you going to do and stop? Because look at those numbers defensively for Dallas. 21st, 29th. Ugh, rough, okay? But the Bucs pass defense can be had. 3rd worst in the league. All right, let's flip it over. Take a look at the quarterbacks here. So, all right, this is Baker Mayfield last week. All right, Baker's been in the league. He can make every pass in the NFL, but it's about being safe. Look at it, 22 of 27. 3 weeks ago, he was throwing it 48 times a game. Why has it come down over the last 2 weeks? Bucky Irving running the football. It helps this offense tremendously. Look at these numbers. 22 of 27, almost 300 yards in that. 4-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. Baker was balling because he doesn't have to do everything. Now, you look at the Cowboys passing secondary rankings defensively in the NFL, okay? Short, not very good. But deep, they're not bad. You know why? They can get after the quarterback, and that's Baker's thing that he needs to pay attention to tonight. All right, let's flip it over here. You see the trouble areas. It's going to be throwing it deep because that's generally where Baker will throw off his back foot, flushed out of the pocket, throw across his body, all right, and make a mistake. But if he just sticks to the short passing game, running the football, he's going to be just fine. Take a look at this game scripts here for Tampa and what they want to do. All right, be aggressive, but be safe. Again, short passing game is going to be there. If you're going to look at pass attempts, completions, I really like completions for Baker Mayfield because you can see a lot of them, and they own time of possession. They will use the short passing game, even specifically behind the line of scrimmage to running backs, as a de facto run game on top of the run game. All right, throw the ball away. You're going to get rushed. Throw the ball away. Don't make a mistake. Throw it away. That also counts as a pass attempt. Now, take away the pass rush. How do you do that? You throw right over it. Dump right over the pass rush, and then you throw it deep. That's where you're going to see, but be calculated in your shots. And here, watch false starts, okay? Tonight, watch it for Tampa. That is their problem, penalty-wise. They have a million false starts, and they have to be up at the line, ready, but don't take too much time with your offensive lineman down because they only have so much time. These dudes are 300 pounds. Don't make them stand there for 30 seconds, okay? Watch false starts, 3 out of 5 starts to throw a pick. Now, Cooper Rush, flip this thing over here. I want you to notice something, and you can't see the passing charts for the last couple weeks, but imagine these green dots that are completions moving from left to right on your screen, because the last 3 weeks, Cooper Rush has found success and comfortability in his passing game because he's getting a ton of reps, obviously, but they're going to the right. And I guarantee you that Tampa's defense has seen this on film, and they will be ready, and they're going to jump a route. They're going to try to do it, because if you can't run the ball up the middle against Vita Vea and this defense, you're going to have to throw it. And look at these passes, 5 yards and in. I'm telling you, watch Cooper Rush passing to the right side of the field. He's doing it a lot. If he telegraphs it, it's a pick six. You look at the secondary for the Bucs, it's not great. All right, but they've got spots. Flip this thing over here, and the areas where he's going to get in trouble. Yeah, look at this. This is one of the weirdest looking no-fly zones that we've ever had. Short left, short right. If he makes a mistake, this will be a pick six going the other way. And be careful throwing deep as well, because their secondary is not great, but neither are you, buddy. And you can make a mistake, and they can get you. All right, game scripts for the Cowboys. Find the run game, okay? You've got to find it, and you have to stick with it. It will help you, okay? Rico can run the football. Stay with him. Keep this game balanced. Do not telegraph passes to the right. I'm telling you, dude, if you do it, you throw it one of those 5-yard hitches, it's going the other way. Now, what Tampa's defense has a serious problem with is defensive holding. Why? Because defensive holding is essentially a pre-pass interference penalty. They get burned, all right? We just talked about the secondary. It's not very good. Throw it deep. Use that. Get the penalties. Throw specifically for penalties. You will get them. But Dallas, Cooper, your problem? False starts and holding. Awful, awful numbers in terms of offensive holding for the Cowboys. You have got to watch that. 4 out of 5 stars for Cooper to throw a pick. If they can't run the football, this thing's going to be bad.
I mean, what a job by AB. AB studies all week to be able to give that. Tommy, clap it up. You don't have to be shy about that. Excellent job there by AB. You don't get that no-fly zone anywhere else like you just heard right there. AB setting you up, getting you ready for tonight's contest. Update on the games that are going on right now. One of them is not going on any longer, and that was the Vikings with a late interception of Geno Smith. They hang on, and they beat the Seahawks 27-24. How about that, Raphael, where the Vikings are 13-2. The Lions improved to 13-2 earlier today as well. The Vikings can either finish first or fifth. There's no in between. They can't be second or third. They're 13-2, best record in the NFC, either first or fifth. That Week 18 game, Lions hosting the Vikings. Raphael, that's going to be a monster.
Yeah, I can guarantee you that's going to be one of the highlight TV games of that Week 18. But boy, did the Bucs hated that outcome, because they got middled in that game, because when the number opened up, we weren't sure Geno was playing. And when Geno came out, they moved the number. So the Bucs are not happy with that interception touchdown.
The Patriots down 24-14 still at Buffalo. 2.5 minutes to go. They have a 2nd and goal. So they're trying to make it a one-score game. The Raiders still lead the Jaguars 19-14 with the football. 4 minutes to go in the fourth. And the Dolphins, with a field goal, just took a 22-17 lead over San Francisco. Just over 2 minutes ago, the 49ers have the football at their own 30. So to continue getting you ready for tonight's contest, Tampa Bay and Dallas, let's take a look at the quarterbacks here. Baker Mayfield, Cooper Rush. Wow, what a beautiful jersey that is. You threw up on there with the graphic that Baker Mayfield's in. Baker Mayfield, Cooper Rush. What do we like here, AB? We'll start with you. Give me some options here.
Absolutely. So I like completions for Baker Mayfield. I think he's going to throw the football, even if, usually again, right, a month ago, he's throwing it 45-plus times. He brought that number down, which is good, but he's still going to throw. And if they're short passes, they're quick and they're accurate, okay? Now, what I want you to pay attention to is this, what we just talked about, all right, with the Cowboys. Look at these numbers for Cooper Rush. More pass attempts, 34.5 attempts, 22. Longest pass, 34. What's that telling you? That the Cowboys are going to give up on the run game. They do it every time. Even when it's working, they will give up on Rico Dowdle. So pay attention to those numbers there. But, yeah, man, like Baker Mayfield, I absolutely love completions on that one.
Coming to you, Raphael, what stands out to you?
I like completions, but on the other side of Cooper, I like the 22.5. You just said they're going to abandon the run. So you figure Cooper's probably going to be playing from behind, because I think Baker's going to put up a lot of points. But look at Cooper's passing yards, 234.5. You know what this number opened up at 215.5. So it
Wow.
moved almost 20 yards from the opening number. So the public knows that they're going to be throwing the ball. And if you just look at the passing yards and all these numbers, it just screams a lot of points going to be scored in this game.
What about you, Tommy? What stands out?
The attempts for Cooper Rush, I think he's going to go over 34. They have no run game at all. And besides that, Tampa's like 29th against the pass. So I expect him to throw the ball over 35.5 tonight.
And how about you, CB? Give me some options here.
I think this is going to be a fun game. It's going to be back and forth, wide open. I love the yards for both of these quarterbacks, but I like that longest pass for Cooper Rush. That 34.5 CD can get downfield, and he can break some tackles. That slant route over the middle, I like the over on that 34.5.
All right, so there you go. There's some options as far as the quarterbacks individually going. We'll get to the other skill players coming up, but we already told you, AB is going to be the prop king tonight, so let's prop it up. All right, so we got a bunch of options this evening. You guys want to have a little bit of fun. You want to look at some individual players, want some alternate lines. There's a lot of options for you out there. AB, get us started.
Yes, sir. All right. So first off, we are going to go here with Cooper Rush over 2.5 rush attempts at plus 125. All right. This is a very attainable number. I believe he ran for 4 carries last week and then 6 carries over the last 2 games before that one. So I like it here. He's going to get flushed. All right. He's going to run. He's going to do everything that he can to move the stick. So I'll take that over 2.5 plus 125. Next, play Cooper Rush, throw an interception. Now, individually, it's minus 150. Okay. So we're gonna have to parlay it with something. See, man, we're gonna have to get nuts here. All right. We're gonna have to get a parlay. Yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna pair Cooper Rush to throw a pick with the Cowboys team total over 13.5. You see it written there, Cowboys 14 plus points or more. All right. Get it even money plus 100. Think the Cowboys could get to 14 points. I agree with Raphael here. I think they could do it, and Cooper can throw a pick. We're also going to play Baker to throw an interception because, you know what? Let's get nutsy, man. These games can be a little wild on Sunday nights, and all it takes is one bad pass. Deep, give me Bakes to throw a pick as well.
There you go. Everybody knows. If you want to get nuts, let's get nuts. All right. CB, before we come to you, the Dolphins just intercepted Baker Mayfield at midfield. There's under 2 minutes to play in that one, so the Dolphins take the football back up by 5. San Francisco does have all 3 timeouts, so the Dolphins are still going to have to pick up at least a couple of first downs here if they want to keep the offense on the field to end the game. CB, what do you like here?
I love Baker Mayfield. I love the way he plays the game wide open. I expect a lot of yards here from him tonight. His number 247.5. He's done this in 9 of his last 14 games and 3 of the last 4. Dallas is 8th worst versus the pass, and at home they're even worse than 8th overall in the league. And then Cooper Rush, excuse me, I think Dallas will be behind tonight. He's going to have to throw the ball downfield, and Tampa Bay's pass defense is worse than Dallas's pass defense. I think they're 4th in the league in pass yards allowed per game. Cooper Rush has only gone over this number twice this year, but again, at home, playing from behind, he's going to have to throw the ball. So I take both of these guys over their pass yards tonight.
Coming to you, Raphael. Give us a couple winners here.
Well, Japan's going to the ship for fantasy, and we know he ain't playing soupy, so congratulations, Japan, for that DTL fantasy. But we're going with Baker Mayfield over 15.5 rushing yards, minus the 3 nickels. He's going to get this before after he throws the interception for Baker for AB, and after he hits that prop for Seabass. But I just like this because his last 6 road games, this one he has cashed this total of 15.5. This one opened up at 12.5. It got pushed up 3 yards. I would say take this all the way up to 17.5. If it gets too high, I would pass on it. And then I love me some kicking props. Give me Brandon Aubrey over 7.5 kicking points. I'll lay the juice. I want the squeeze. I'm finally healthy. I don't need the OJ, but I'll take the minus 140 right now. He's going to hit this one. He's hit this prop 6 out of 7 games. I love the 7.5 kicking points.
There you go. And Tommy, you already told us you love the running game tonight.
Yeah, I love me some Bucky Irving, man. 60-plus yards at minus 145. When you're playing a defense that's 29th against the rush, you run the ball. Plus, his last 3 road games, he has had 88 or more rushing yards. And then I like over The over on rushing attempts, I think he's going to get this by halftime, minus 105. That's 13.5. Love me some Bucky Irving tonight.
There you go. So, guys, take one more good look there. Those are our props for tonight. Crew, you got a lot of options there, all right? And if you don't see some of those props on the site that you normally use, remember, it's a bunch of different apps out there. You can use alternate lines. You can change things the way that you want. So just fool around with it, and you'll be able to find those options that you saw right there. All right, let's get back to tonight's game. Let's get some of the key players here. We'll look at the running backs. Bucky Irving, Tampa Bay. Rico Dowdle, Dallas. AB, coming to you first. What do you like?
So, Bucky Irving, they want to use him. Tampa wants to use him as much as possible. Will they be able to? We'll find out. But 13.5 attempts is okay. That longest rush is where I'm at. All right? 14.5. I like that longest rush because you could get that straight up in any quarter. If they're up big and running the football, you could get it there. And if Tampa gets a holding call or something like that, you find yourself in a 3rd and 25. All right. That's where the draw comes in. All right. And you can steal these longest rushes because the defense goes at the softest zone cover safe ever. 25, they'll give you 15 yards free. Here, have at it. So I really like that one there.
Rafael, what do you like here among the running backs?
Well, I'm going to be watching Bucky personally because his total opened up at 72.5. I bet it under. Now it's 63.5. So I'm looking for that 10-yard middle, but I like Rico Dowdle under. He goes to 71.5, but I do like his attempts. I think they're going to try and run the ball, so I like his attempts, but I think both running backs go under their total.
Give you an update here. The Dolphins are going to win this game against San Francisco. Devon Achane just had a 50-yard touchdown run to go up 29-17. A minute and a half left in that one. The Patriots, 2nd and goal on the Buffalo 1, under 2 minutes, still trailing by 10. And the Raiders still lead the Jaguars 19-14 with a minute to go. The Jaguars have a 4th and 1 around midfield. Tommy, we know you love Bucky Irving. Do you like anything on Rico Dowdle's side?
I think his attempts will go over 16.5 tonight. I think Cooper Rush has a hard time getting rid of the ball. I think they need to establish the run in order to get the pass in there. So I think his attempts will be over 16.5 tonight.
And CB, what stands out for you here? What do you like?
I'm actually on the under for Rico Dowdle's attempts. I just don't think Dallas is going to be in the game long enough. Like, I love this kid. The way he runs the ball reminds me of Marion Barber. He runs hard. I'd look at his longest rush. He's liable to break one off, break a couple of tackles, and get that 16 yards. I also like him at anytime TD tonight as well.
All right, Mr. Producer, man, give me the wide receivers here. Let's take a look at a couple of those skill guys. Mike Evans, who's having a phenomenal season. CeeDee Lamb, still putting up numbers, even with Cooper Rush at quarterback. What do you like here, AB?
So, look, I like Mike Evans, and exactly why Japan said it in the chat, okay? Mike Evans needs 18 receptions, all right, 256, 1 TD for $3 million bonus. And I wanted to bring this up because it's absolutely important. So I like Evans on yards, receptions, any of these, okay? Because quarterbacks and these players know. I assure you that Baker Mayfield knows he can get his boy paid. So what I want to show you real quick, and producer man, don't hate me because you hate when anybody takes over, but I want you to see something real quick, okay? Everybody. You can look
got the controls.
Whoa.
Yeah, you can look these up. Okay, this is Josh Allen. You can see his escalators. All right, these bonus plays. Go to spotrac.com, SPOTRAC.com, and look. You can find guys. And I'm telling you, these last few weeks of the NFL season, your running backs, quarterbacks, and wide receivers have millions of dollars on the line, whether their team is 1-15 or 15-1. And these dudes want to get paid because that's how their contracts are. So you can find these and find dudes that will go off because quarterbacks will give it to them. So anyways, I like Evans yards. I like receptions as well.
Rafael, what do you like here?
AB's 110% correct. That's why I tell people who's watching the Jacksonville Jaguars Raiders game, you don't think these teams want to play. Some of these guys are fighting for bonuses and looking for other contracts. So just because that game might stink, these players still want to play. But I love CeeDee Lamb. I think anytime TD plus 155, I think screams at me. I can see Cooper looking for him long. I think he gets a lot of yak yards and he gets in the end zone. So I like CD at plus 155 anytime TD.
Now, Tommy, I know you're heavily invested in the Buffalo Bills right now. Drake May just threw a touchdown pass to Hunter Henry. The Bills' lead is cut to 24-21. A minute 13 to go in this game. The Patriots still have all 3 timeouts. Tommy, you got the Bills in a suicide league, right?
Yes, I do. All they need to win is so I guess they have to onside kick, right? So
Well, they got 3 timeouts. They may kick it off, but you could be right.
They may. Well, we'll see what happens there.
What do you like here with these receivers?
I think for the Cowboys to stay in this game tonight, the receptions on CD Lamb, 6.5, that has to go over. And Tampa Bay's pass defense is 29th in the league. In order for the Cowboys to stay in this game and win, CD Lamb needs to have more than 6.5 receptions tonight.
CB, coming to you here. You willing to take any plus money here? Any touchdowns for these guys?
I am willing to take some plus money, but I keep looking at my phone here. I'm about to get backdoored, I think, on Josh Allen under 7.5 rush attempts because they're going to kneel down 3 times. It's at 5 right now. But back to what we're actually talking about this evening. CeeDee Lamb, longest reception, over 22.5 yards. I think he breaks one for sure. I like him for 2 TDs tonight at plus 1,100. He's their go-to guy for Dallas. We'll get to another pick later, but I like him at 2+ TDs, plus 1,100.
CB, that's such a bad beat. Like these days, the books every now and then, like they'll make adjustments where like they'll void this bet or they'll void this bet. Are we not in a place where they understand that it's not fair if the quarterback is in victory formation and kneels on the ball for that to count as a rushing attempt?
You know, I might agree, but I've always been on the side of, listen, the rules are the rules, the game is the game, and you take it, right? You bet unders, you bet overs, injuries are bound to happen, and nothing burns me up more than when I get on Twitter.
They're not kneeling. They're running the ball with Ty Johnson.
Even better. See?
Well, yeah.
We're going to make it. But look, when you guys get it, look, they make their plays, and then you get on the Twitter or the X or whatever, and some guy's complaining because Anthony Davis turns his ankle 3 minutes into the game and doesn't play, and his over doesn't hit. Listen, it's all part of the game. You take them. Yeah, listen, I've been on the winning side of some of those as well. You got to take them both ways.
Well, you heard CB. The game's the game. Let's take a look ahead before we get to the moment everyone's been waiting for, right? There could be a big scene tonight. Big party in the club. I don't know. We'll see about that in a moment. But let's take a look ahead to Monday Night Football, all right? Tomorrow night, Week 16, will be closed out with the Saints and the Packers. The Saints, they got nothing to play for. That team sucks. But the Packers, they right now hold the second wildcard spot. They're 10-4. They still have plenty to play for. The Packers are giving 14 points tomorrow night. Total's 42.5. Saints money line, if you want to get nuts, that's plus 600. Raphael, I'll come to you first. Are you surprised that the line is this large for the Packers?
Well, first, I got Chuck on line 1 and wants to talk to you for calling his Saints that they suck. But this game means nothing that I want to watch. This is a game that you just look at and you're just prop betting this game, unless you want to do a teaser. But we just found out teasers don't always work. Look at Buffalo. They didn't cover their teaser. This is one of those games that screams live betting, or if you want to bet the total. But what are the Saints going to be like in this cold weather type game? I want nothing to do except prop bets. I think there's some good value on some Saints prop bets, but game-wise, I want to probably pass it or maybe look at the total.
Couple games have gone final now. Raiders hang on. They beat the Jaguars 19-14. And the Dolphins, they top the 49ers 29-17. Under a minute to go. Buffalo has the football, 3rd and 1, leading 24-21. A first down will wind up icing this game. They run the football. They're stopped short, Tommy. A half yard short here. A half yard short, but they're at the New England 27-yard line. So my guess is they're going to wind up going for 4th down here because they're draining the clock. They'll have to snap. They're going to call timeouts. They'll snap the football on 4th down with about 9 seconds left. You're going to Josh Allen quarterback sneak here, try and end the game. And if you don't get it, okay, Patriots have the football 6 seconds remaining on their own 25-yard line. Tommy, I'm not going to jinx anything, but I think you're doing okay. How much money's on the line for this suicide pool you're still alive in?
The winner gets $4,500. So we'll see.
All right.
Now the wife knows how much you're going to get. Oh, you should have said $1.
Tax purposes. You always got to go under. You always got to go under there, Tommy. Rookie mistake. All right. First, before we get to the gem, if Mr. Producer Man can put back our picks for tonight on the screen so that anyone who tuned in late, I don't know where you've been, but anyone that tuned in late will make sure that you know what we have going on for tonight. So let's go around the room here real quick. CB, what do you have for this evening?
Easy 6-point teaser, Cowboys plus 10.5, and we'll take the over at 42.5.
Go ahead, Tommy. What do you like?
I love the under tonight. I think it's a Bucky Irvin tonight, 47.5, and the under minus 110.
All right. And finally, Raphael.
Cowboys team total over 20.5 minus 120. Their last 20 games, 15 of them have gone over the total.
All right, so there you guys have it. And here are the prop picks. So you can look at that real quick. I don't need to make everybody go through the room because we didn't do that too long ago. But everyone in the crew, you take a good look at that. Maybe you take a snapshot. I don't know. Whatever you got to do to make sure you get winning plays. There you go right there. We got a lot of options. Buffalo just snapped the ball on 4th down. Josh Allen is clearly over the line to gain there. So Buffalo, the clock is now going to run out. There's zeros now on the clock. Buffalo wins this game. Good for you, Tommy. You are still alive. And now the only thing left for tonight is Sunday Night Football. Buccaneers at Cowboys, which, of course, leads us to the main event here. Everyone knows on Sunday night, DTL Primetime Live, we got a lot of folks who are looking to get into the club. What's the club, we ask you? Well, if you can pick the player for tonight's contest, and the odds have to be at least plus 1,000. We're not just picking, the best skill player out there to score. No, we got to have a little bit of fun here. So the odds have to be at least plus 1,000. And if you can nail the player who scores the first touchdown tonight, you get into the club. Nothing short of that. So, Mr. Producer Man, let's put it up on the screen here. Here are the options tonight. As you can see, you got a little diamond, a little gem on top of a few of the names here. Those are players who have been in the club before. Everyone else who does not have a gem atop their name, losers who are on the other side of the velvet rope, not being allowed into the club. So let's start things out here with a 2-time club member, AB. Who are you rolling with tonight?
Well, I'll tell you this, we're all looking up at DG. He got his 4th diamond over the weekend. Yeah, so we're all playing catch up, and I'm going to do that with CeeDee Lamb. We were talking about his prop bets earlier. The Cowboys game script, the first 2 drives to him over and over and over. And he lines up on the right side, and you're going to see pass after pass after pass. I'll take CeeDee Lamb plus 1,200.
AB looking for a 3rd gem on the season, looking to be a 2-time gem winner. Tommy, what do you like tonight?
Well, I like Brandon Cooks plus 2,500. They're all going to be keying on CeeDee Lamb tonight, and Brandon Cooks is going to sneak in there, and I'll get another gem, and I'll be 2 up on Coach.
CB, what do you think of that? Is Tommy going to get a second, or are you going to get your second?
Those are both great plays. However, if CeeDee Lamb doesn't break a long one and Dallas gets down inside the red zone, I like Jalen Tolbert. He gets 18% of the red zone targets, and he's got their most red zone touchdown receptions. So give me Jalen Tolbert at plus 2,800.
Raphael, you've been chilling outside the club behind the rope. They haven't let you in, probably for various reasons. How are they going to let you in tonight?
Yeah, I didn't know there was an age limit to get in the club, but I'm taking Baker Mayfield at 22-1 in this one. I think maybe a quarterback sneak gets Baker in. So I like Tampa Bay and I like Baker to get in. So I'll take the 22-1.
How about Mr. Producer Man going with Payne Durham at plus 1,800? He's never been in the club. He's a loser on the outside as well. How about Coach Sterling Shepard plus 1,700? You would figure Coach, the normal host of Driving the Line. Nope, he's not allowed in the club. He's also a loser, standing on the outside in the cold, begging, please let me in the club. Please let me in the club. No, they have not let him in the club yet. And also, I'm not, immune from the criticism here either. I have not been in the club. I'm going with Jake Ferguson plus 1,800. And when I make my way into the club tonight, guys, you better clear the runway, all right? I'm coming in. I'm popping bottles. I'm getting after this evening. We're going till the sun comes out, all right? Nobody better be soft. We're all going strong. We're going all night long here tonight when I get into the club with Jake Ferguson plus 1,800. So there you have it. We got a lot going on here tonight. We got a matchup that the Bucs desperately need this evening. Bucs at the Cowboys. Cowboys looking to play for pride or for spoiler, however you want to look at it. AB, give us some parting words. What are we expecting with tonight's contest?
Well, you know what? This game could get wild. Who could get the other one out of balance? And what I want everyone to remember is that we have 2 games on Wednesday this week, Christmas Day. All right. You've got 2 Chiefs and the Steelers, Ravens and the Texans. All 4 of these teams played on Saturday. Now they're flipping it up, playing against each other on Wednesday. So keep an eye there.
I mean, how about the NFL just spitting in the face of the NBA? The NBA's had Christmas forever. The NFL says, who cares? We're taking over all the holidays. Raphael, parting words for tonight.
If you liked Tampa, hurry up and get it, because this could go to 5. 4.5 just popped up everywhere. So I think the betting public who are cashing their tickets now in the afternoon games are betting Tampa Bay and over. So if you like Tampa, hurry up, because this one could go to 5.
How about you, Tommy? Is this game keeping your attention all throughout?
Oh, I will. Definitely Tampa Bay needs a win in a big way. And AT&T Stadium used to be a place to go in and you feared. I don't think they have that fear anymore. I think they're going to get a big-time road win tonight.
What about you, CB? Parting words for this evening's game.
Thank you, Josh Allen, for not kneeling down 3 times and running the ball for the first down. We'll take that under cash. But, I'm looking for Baker just have a ball tonight. Go out and have some fun. I never really liked the kid out of Oklahoma, but his last couple of years, once he went to L.A., I enjoy watching this kid a lot. He's got it.
Guys, excellent job today. Another great edition of DTL Primetime Live. Enjoy tonight's Sunday Night Football action. As far as everybody in the crew, appreciate all your participation throughout the program here. Don't forget tomorrow, the Daily Show, every Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And, of course, DTL, the podcast, Monday through Friday, which also releases around 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Hope you all get some winners tonight. Good luck to everybody. Have fun with the game. We'll be speaking to you all tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. See ya.